Joining us on phone this morning from the NDC is Mustapha Gbande, who is the Deputy General Secretary. Good morning, Mustapha.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
God has been great with that.
Great. And how is the atmosphere like?
Oh, Assin, we are very prepared. I mean, campaign activities came to an end yesterday. We've had a series of deployment meetings. We also have had a meeting with the IDP and his team to streamline our modalities of operation. I think that both parties left that meeting very excited. And this morning, we are deploying ourselves to monitor the election. And so far, the place is very peaceful, except that we are trying to see if the commitments that we already made, particularly on the side of government, is anything that we will go by.
Now, Mr. Mustapha, one thing that has popped up, almost everybody saying, is to do with false allegations with regards to, some kind of campaign messages going around. How is the party dealing with this?
Well, I think one of these issues surfaced in our discussion yesterday with the Inspector General of Police, and it was a major concern, particularly the Peter McMahon raid. And we also supported that claim, and particularly the publication from NPP papers that NDC is trying to foment violence was clearly seen as an act of agent provocateur to provoke a situation and then come back to benefit of the proceeds. And so clearly we have handled that. We told the police to take charge of that issue so that we can focus on our business of politics. But when you go and say something maliciously, knowing it is not true, then the police have a cause to take some action. I think these will streamline our activities and utterances somewhat to let the process run without having to create false alarms that can break down security.
All right, sir. My name is KMJ. I'm also here in the studio, but I want to find out, with all the conversations that have come up in your meetings and all, what's your major or what's the party's major concern in terms of what happens today? Is it the aspect of security, the inducement, the false allegations that have come up, or maybe the fear of not even winning at the end of the day? What's that major concern?
Well, we are obviously worried about issues of vote buying. Particularly that government has harvested all limited state resources, undertaking projects that they haven't budgeted for. You cannot find these projects in the budget. Primary concern has to do with the utterances of the President, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, 2 days ago, to the extent that he tried to politicize the case before the court, to the extent that he tried to give a verdict. For us, we found that to be very preposterous, unpresidential, and we find that to be very divisive. We find that the president has further damaged the existing reputation of the court system, and that he has further confirmed the suspicion that we've had that the judiciary is in bed with government. He has further also confirmed that one of his prime objectives, which is very excited with, is to compromise the independence of state institutions. For us, this should not be coming from a president where the president is taking for revenge out of different sets of issues, and that the pursuit of the president is just political, is not nationalistic, and for us, this destroys the democratic gains that we have made as a country. So beyond even the by-election, these are things that we will hold the president on, because he shouldn't politicize a matter in court. In the history of our republic, no president has ever scandalized the courts like Nana Akufo-Addo did. No president has ever opened the Pandora box for the judiciary to be compromised like he did. And the people within the judiciary should be worried that the executives can predict their decisions even though they haven't even started trial. It is prejudicial, it is contempt of court, and that shouldn't be coming from a sitting president.
Let's look at the expectations for today. Are you confident that the NDC would take up the Assin North?
NPP is prepared for a defeat. I think at this time we have done some work. We are very happy about the level of enthusiasm. That in itself is the win for us because going into 2024, the energy within the NDC is activated. The interest levels are very activated. So power obviously is coming to the NDC.
All right. 2024 is just around the corner. Whatever happens today will play a very important role. Before you go, if touch wood, the NDC is not able to take that seat, what will be the new preparation or message towards 2024? If you're able to also pick it up, what will be the new message or the preparation towards 2024?
Well, for us, generally issues of by-election are very exclusive in nature. And for us, if a sitting government loses a by-election, it means that sitting government is dead and buried. For us, it makes a case for our preparation into 2024. But particularly at the time that we find ourselves, the dynamics are very exclusive. But what case we can make is that we have demonstrated and exposed the inefficiency of this government. We have shown the world that Nanado's government is a scam. They are not working until by-elections arrive. We have demonstrated to them that they cannot boast on bread and butter issues. Throughout their campaign, a government faced with a responsibility to change lives and transform communities cannot boast of the impact it has caused in the communities, except to say that they are doing road and they are doing astroturf. This doesn't put food on the table of the people. So the hardship the people are going through in this country is very real. So the issues are out for discussion for us. We are very excited about it.
Many thanks to you for joining us this morning, Mr. Mustapha, and we wish you the very best of today.
Thank you so much, and my warmest regards to the beautiful lady by you.
Mr. Mustapha, I'm here. Who will speak?
You are invited to Assin North.
Very well. We'll make our way there then.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
And that's Mr. Mustapha Gbande, the Deputy General Secretary for the NDC, speaking to us this morning.